Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being out this morning. Flew over today to meet with the mayor and to really just get an update on the Memphis Task Force, the Memphis Safe Task Force, and the work that's being done there. We met at Joint Operations Center, talked to multiple folks there in the agencies that are working together on this task force, and got an update. Let me just say that it's very encouraging. Very early in this process, but very encouraging. And this matters a lot to the people of this city. This is a city that we all love and that we care deeply about, and we're in a unique spot in this city to have the resources available to us to remove the crime element in Memphis, to make it safe for the people, to make it safe for the businesses, and to transform life on the street in Memphis, Tennessee. This is a great American city that has a great future ahead of it. And what's happening right now is really encouraging to all of us who are working together to make Memphis safe again. I want to just say, without getting into too many statistics, the reason I say it's encouraging, we got updated numbers today. 850 violent criminals and known gang members have been arrested so far in just the 2 weeks that we have had this operation underway. 175 illegal firearms have been confiscated. 44 missing children have been located and returned to safety. That's an important statistic that folks haven't been talking about so much because this is focused on violent crime. That is the effort of this task force. But these numbers are very encouraging, and the collaboration is what's incredibly encouraging. So we met with Director Seralta, who's the head of the U.S. Marshals, and Tyrese Miller, who is the local head of the Marshals here. The U.S. Marshal Service is heading up this operation and collaborating or orchestrating the collaboration of these 30 plus law enforcement agencies on the ground. And what we talked about was collaboration, an ongoing mission that will take adjustments as we go forward, but most importantly that from the Memphis Police Department to the U.S. Marshals and everywhere in between, that there is a unified effort, a together belief that if we work on this on behalf of Memphians, then we will accomplish the goal. We have just begun, but it's very encouraging so far. Mayor, you want to make a few comments?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the governor for coming down. It's great to have an opportunity to check in this morning and talk about the progress of this initiative. I know that our community has been looking for solutions around crime for many years, and I am hopeful that this is going to be a point in history where we have been able to truly get a handle on crime and sustain the progress that we gain. And so our team on the city side is committed to that mission. I am glad that our officers from MPD have been partners in this initiative. They have been working to align the efforts of this task force with work that we have already embarked on, things like our organized crime unit, our multi-agency gang unit. All of the initiatives that we have had underway within the police department now have an opportunity to be amplified, and we want to have a direct impact on violent crime in our community. One text that I got just yesterday gave me some encouragement. There was a teacher at a school in Fraser who texted me that she had a conversation with some of her fifth graders who live in an apartment complex in the area. And in that apartment complex, there had been portions of this operation taking place, and those fifth graders came to her and said that they were really excited because they're now going to be able to play outside all fall. As we go through this initiative and this point in history, I think it's important that we think about the people, our young people, and how we are enhancing their quality of life for many years to come and what that will mean for our great city. And so we're committed to being a part of this and working through this. I know there's a lot of emotions and feelings about the operation, but my goal as mayor is to make sure that we navigate our community through this moment and get a positive result on the back end. So thank you all for being here.
Director Roush.
Director Roush.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Mayor. I'm here to express, the Governor had mentioned, and the Mayor both, the importance of our youth and the missing children that have been recovered during our operations here. Our team has been working very closely from the start with this, focusing on recovering missing children. And we have been working very closely with Homeland Security investigations, with the FBI. Even today, Diplomatic Security is working with us in this effort. And that's a collaborative effort as well. So that's the federal partners, but we also, of course, are working with state partners, the Department of Children's Services. We are working with the school system here in Memphis and Shelby County. And so it's a collaborative team out hunting, trying to find and recover these missing children. And so we've had 137 when we started the operation that have been identified. And of those, at this point, 45 have been identified or recovered. It's actually, and I say 45 over the 44 the governor shared, only because there was one that literally was actively being reported missing when a traffic stop happened and it was recovered. And so that's the speed of which this operation is helping us address these types of situations. And so it's impactful on what is happening. And we are recovering these children. And what's really important to know about this, right? People will say, well, who are these missing children? Vast majority are runaways, but these are vulnerable children, right? So what happens when a child runs away? They're running to something or they're running from something. We've got to determine what that is and provide the services to them to help them. The other piece to this that's really important is if they're not recovered, what happens to them? And most people understand human trafficking. They see it as something that happens with people being brought in from other countries. That's not the only aspect. As a matter of fact, the more popular aspect of human trafficking is these young people who run away and end up getting into situations that they can't get out of. And they end up in a trafficking situation. And so doing these operations keeps that from happening to these children. The other issue that happens is while they're out on the streets, they then also get exposed to criminal behavior. And that is also another important piece of why it's so critical that we're finding these children, getting them back to their families, getting them back into safe situations. And that's vital and important. So this isn't just about picking up the criminals. That's a huge part. But we're also using this opportunity to make everyone safe. I think that's a critical piece in this and the importance of this operation. Thank you, Governor.